There are all sorts of tomatoes in here. This pot keeps drying out. It's in a very sunny spot, but you can see there's lots back there. All along here, they're just loaded with tomatoes. And well, this is just my deck garden, and it dries out so fast because there's a lot of sun right here, but that's good for those tomatoes. So there's James, and he loves the begonia flowers the best. He loves seeing them. I don't have any planted.
The ones out here.
Yeah, at his place. But this was my harvest, and these ones you can see they're tough to tell when they're ripe, but you look at the top and you can see that they're red. There's a lot of green on them, but that's supposed to be that way. That's just the type that it is. And this is James's harvest for today, so I actually got quite a few tomatoes. He's going to eat some tomatoes that were split. This one will have to be eaten too, with these chips, and he's having smoothie. I'm going to talk about hot shots. I put part deux above the first one, but they're both entertaining. James might end up talking about music because you can see that there's quite a lot of it there that we've been meaning to talk about. So
I brought this out.
Oh, your tomato juice. Yeah, well, what I do...
I didn't want to leave it inside because there might be an occasional fruit fly
that will love it.
Get attracted to or whatever. So I brought it out just so you can see this is part of the process, right?
Yeah, he drinks the juice as well. Yeah. So I save the seeds. He drinks the juice. And in the smoothie today, this is the homegrown cherries, local saskatoons that we picked.
Yeah.
And what else did I put in there? Coconut milk, jalapeno haskop, and water. I think that's it. Anyway, so we'll see what he thinks of this. Today's smoothie. And I'm just going to take this out from here and so that I can write on it. And well, I guess I should talk about the hot shot stuff first. So it stars Charlie Sheen.
Do you want me to pull those out so they can see maybe a bit of the cover or something?
Oh, okay. Well, there's the first cover.
Because they don't actually have the interlibrary loan cover, so you can actually see.
Yeah.
You can see that folks don't try smoking.
You can see it's a comment.
This guy was a handsome guy at one point in time, Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen, what's his name? Is it Charlie still?
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen. There you go. So I don't know. This sounds as though it might have been the early '90s or something like that.
Must be the 13th today.
Yeah. At least it's not Friday. I'm a little superstitious about Friday the 13th.
Really?
I try not to be, but I'll tell you, I always get a little nervous. You know what I'm saying?
So, yeah, I enjoyed part 2 more than part 1. They're comedies really aimed at guys. They're
like the
silly
Airplane series.
Yeah,
is that
exactly.
what you were saying?
Oh, you got it bleeding again. That's okay. It happens. So
sometimes it happens just when I laugh or something like that.
Yeah, you just move your face and it moves the wound.
Sorry, folks.
Well, it's good to be alive.
Exactly right. I got to wear masks, and the masks.
Yeah. Well, now I don't know if it'll ever heal. It's just.
Oh, it will if I don't have to wear masks.
Well, then we'll move to the country. So, this.
So 1993. This one is this the first one?
That's the second one.
Second one. So this is somewhere early 90s, I suspect. I can't write. I just want to give people a sense of it.
Yeah. So it's a very young, handsome Charlie Sheen. And this might have been before all of his
escapades.
Well, I don't know why it was even news that, know, it's so ridiculous. Just leave him alone about that. So
well, it was consorting with women who took money for.
Who cares? Who cares?
Well, I mean, I think it's probably less abusive than rock stars using groupies, right?
Yeah. Anyway, whatever. So, I was thinking the airplane movies have been remade, or one has been remade so far.
Recently.
Yeah, that's open. So.
I know.
Okay, because it looked like you were going to top it right upside down. So,
There's something on top of it. But thanks for warning.
James likes that. So it's supposed to be eaten with these. That's why I've let you have
supposed to be
my
really hot.
Doritos. Yes, and then you can drink your smoothie with it. So, and I think really they got Liam Neeson to star in the Airplane remake because his name is similar sounding to Leslie Nielsen, and I think that's the only reason why they did that.
Very different.
Because they're very different people, and I as much as I love watching Liam Neeson in movies, I can't imagine him in this Airplane movie, which I will watch. I watch everything, but anyway, the thing about the Hot Shots is you can still get Charlie Sheen so you could remake these, bring them out again, or like maybe not remake, just carry on, bring the movies out, because if people are going to watch the airplane stuff, they're going to watch this, so bring it out again, bring Charlie Sheen out again. He's James and I were talking about it. It's very hard to find a good-looking comic actor, and he does the job. He's not a great actor, but he works in this sort of role, and whatever.
He does have a sense of timing. Yeah. I don't know what it is.
So, anyway. That's all I really have to say about those movies. If you like the silly sort of airplane stuff, you like Hot Shots too. Whatever. And young Charlie Sheen, not bad to look at. I liked part Deux. There were several reasons why I liked it more, but one, I love the just little cameo of Martin Sheen in it too. I loved it. So they cross paths, and great, right? Anyway.
I was just going to point out,
sure.
Were you going to move on to something else, or were you going to
I was, so you just go ahead.
Leslie Nielsen, was kind of like a serious actor.
Mm-hmm.
Canadian, to boot. And he handled it really well. He became a real goof. And, like, when you think about it, his brother is actually a serious politician here politician here in Canada, the kind of guy that like a stone face, a conservative of course, a real puke, a little bit like John Boehner if you're from the United States, more recently, but I think it was Eric Nielsen or something like that. He may be even worse than John Boehner. So it's possible to make this transition. We'll see if Liam Neeson can do it.
We have less than 3 pounds for our harvest today. But you can see, or you could see, that I have lots that are almost ready to be harvested, and they'll come tomorrow, whatever. Lots of fun to come with the tomato harvest. So, anyway, I don't know where I pulled this out of the stack.
Bottom.
It wasn't.
Oh, the
bottom.
birds. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You put it at the top.
I think it was. Nope, wasn't it? I think you liked the musical documentary more, didn't you?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Okay, you liked the one with the videos of them playing. All right. So, how do you like the tomato with the masala? Is it still too hot?
Masala's hot. The tomatoes wouldn't be enough, but thankfully I've got the
smoothie.
The smoothie, yep. It's making it go down more smoothly than it would otherwise. This masala stuff If you got taste buds like Pauline, he'll be able to handle them. Love them.
It's so hot. It's like the magic of the masala is like explosive diarrhea. That's the magic. It's
It had that effect on her, and that's not
and
Pauline's nature.
No. So luckily, when I ate them yesterday, I had some with. I ate them with tomatoes and hummus. No problem.
Weird.
So.
You think the hummus kind of buffered it?
I think it kind of did.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. But on their own, way too hot.
Even for her, like for me.
Well, I don't like hot things that much. I like the flavor of Indian food.
Yeah.
I like the flavor of a lot of Indian spices and stuff like that. But a lot of it is too hot for me. Anyway, I'll say there's probably only going to be as much as there's. If I weighed these three tomatoes here that are the same type, and they're so beautiful, and I've never had them grow this big. This is like probably twice the size that they generally are. So beautiful. But I probably will only have twice this many from that plant. That's not a lot of tomatoes from one plant. So why do I grow them? Well, they're so beautiful. They're very different than another, but I only need one plant of that in my garden, and I feel great having it, right? There's a lot of tomatoes. If you've been watching the show, these orange lip smack and grape tomatoes, wow, so many of these things. But I mean, how many of those? This is a pretty heavy tomato, right? And this, how many would go into? So I don't know if they're actually more, if they'll be more protective than the Romas. But Romas, I don't know, dime a dozen, right? You can go to the supermarket and buy some good Romas probably. So I don't know if you want to grow Romas, even though I love them.
They look like small-sized footballs. Are these Romas?
Yep, those are
They're
Romas.
incredible.
Yeah, they are. And they're bigger than I've ever grown Romas in the garden too. Probably twice as big. Which, I mean, that's like supermarket size Romas. They're impressive.
They don't cost as
It's been
much.
a good,
Of course,
good year.
they cost a lot in terms of investment, of time and energy.
And honestly, even more than the orange lip smack and grape tomatoes, which have been extremely productive, the red ones. Red grape tomatoes, very productive tomatoes in the garden.
Now, is this the split one? How much?
Yeah, we're going to eat it.
I'm going to eat it now. Is that okay?
Well, I want to save the seeds.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Save all the seeds.
I didn't want it to go to waste.
But still, my favorite ones are these pink ones. And you might be looking at it like James was and going, it doesn't look pink, it's red. Well, you compare it to the other ones and it looks really pink. Check it out. Totally pink. I don't know. That's what I think.
Yeah, she thinks of these as being orange. Everyone's got different ways of glassing things.
Well, they're an orangey red.
Orangey red, but to me they're more red than orange. Anyway.
Well, yeah. But these are more pink than orange. These are not orange at all.
They're called
these are
pink, right?
No. I would just call
you
them that because they look pink to me.
But I don't know. I mean, these are beautiful too. It's tough to pick up favorites,
well, those
right?
ones look as though they're made out of plastic.
They're so perfect.
Their skin
And
feels a little tough, but
I'll show you what they look like inside another day. So James is going to talk about whatever he wants to talk about. How's the smoothie today?
it's very good. And of course, it's extra good because it's helping me recover from the masala. I like the taste of spice, but the after effect is very hard for me to handle. So I guess it's just me. Anyway, I'll start here with
Sure.
Tom Petty.
Yeah,
Played
we
this
listened
one.
to that on. We went to Waterton and hiked Bertha up to Bertha Lake and around the lake, and James had to talk to lots of people there. He always loves going to Waterton. to
Well,
talk to lots of people.
we were careful going up. Holly made sure that I didn't get too far behind. I didn't talk to people going up. I just one person in the parking lot. We kind of parked him out a bit. So I wanted to soothe any potential ruffle feathers or anything like that. He's a very good guy. So I spent a minute or two talking to him, but I fell a little bit behind. But I managed to catch up. And then we stuck together, and it's important on mountain pathways.
In the
and forested
early
pathways,
morning, which is when I
especially,
like to get there.
It felt as though we were the first people going out.
Yeah.
And when you're doing that, you're trail breaking for everyone else, and you don't want to be brushing into bears if you're going up alone, stuff like that. So all told,
but these ones, I have to say, they're delicious. They don't look like a very special tomato at all. They're not small enough to be a cherry tomato. They're not big enough to really eat with it on a sandwich, but they're delicious.
I was just going to say, they don't look like sandwich tomatoes.
No.
But I'm telling you, they look very attractive. It's a very attractive shape. I really think.
Yeah.
Nice color. They look like classic tomato, except
But
a
so
little
far,
smaller.
that's been the most flavorful tomato that we've been
Wow.
growing, which doesn't look special at all. But it's nice. And
Anyway, I'm willing to bet with a little bit of cheese and some nice whole wheat bread or something like
they're
that.
good just plain.
I could
Those
make
things are delicious.
I had to make a pretty good sandwich out of a few of them. You just wouldn't want to rely on one for a sandwich.
But wow, I'm all over the place. So back to Tom Petty.
Yeah.
So I drove up and James was listening to I was listening to it too. He was watching the concert on the DVD in the vehicle, and I guess he said it was good.
Well, I was just going to say it was a great day all around. As it turns out, we got out a little bit late. That was my responsibility, not so much my fault, but to take care of a variety of different things. And my back was hurting a little bit, and I was moving slowly, that sort of stuff. I got up at 4 o'clock, and it took me almost 2 hours to get ready instead of the 1 hour I was planning to get ready. So we got up there a good time. We were the first people from what I could tell on the path, and we were kind of lucky. We had a breeze blowing in our face for half of the switchbacks going up, and so it really wasn't oppressive going up, right? Is that the way you felt? Oppressively hot.
Perfect.
And,
it was a perfect day. It was a perfect day for, I was dressed perfectly for moving, for hiking, and I wasn't dressed well enough for sitting and waiting for James. So
yeah,
that
so I got
ended up
talking
not
to
working
people.
out that
We
great.
were at
but
elevation when we got up to Bertha Lake.
yeah, and it was much cooler up there,
I got talking to a variety of different
Yeah, and I
people.
didn't know. So he was talking to somebody for an hour, and I kept waiting at spots around the lake thinking, where is he? But he was still talking to people. So anyway.
So it might have been an hour, it might have been longer. I don't know how long it takes for you to go around that lake. I do know that there was I was talking to a guy, his wife or partner or whatever the term is. She went all around the lake while I was talking to him. So.
Yeah, well, it took me a lot longer because I kept waiting for you.
Yeah.
But anyway, Tom Petty. So he watched the concert. So that's disc 3, and it sounded awesome.
Well, it sounded largely like the record. When he departed from it, you're going, well, that might even be better than the record, or as good.
Yeah, they had Stevie Nicks in the concert with them, and the only criticism I have about the concert is that for some strange reason, I don't know why, Tom Petty had Stevie Nicks do this. What is it? What's that song called?
I'm trying to remember.
I need to know. That's it. I need to know.
God.
He had her do I Need to Know. And it was not suited for her voice or style of singing or anything.
Yeah.
And it was bad. It was bad. I don't know why he had her do it. I think it was, honestly, I think that song is one of his weaker ones, and I think he was just like, I don't feel like doing this one, you can do it. And it was stupid because it wasn't suited for her, so it actually brought the whole performance, the whole concert down a bit.
I can't
Because-
think. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
I can only think of her doing one upbeat song in all of her career with Fleetwood Mac. I'm probably overlooking something, but it's something that she did with Lindsey Buckingham. Initially, they would have had a version of it, I
I'm gonna
think,
bring those in.
before they were picked up by Fleetwood Mac. That's Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham. And it goes something like, I don't want to know the reason why, blah, 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 blah. It's off of their, I think it's off the Rumors album. And it was put on the last second on that album by Lindsey Buckingham, who made the decision to drop out maybe one of Stevie Nicks songs. Apparently a lot of Stevie Nicks fans and had about that. Get over it. She's not that great a writer. And especially lyrics. Am I saying especially? Bad at constructing music. I shouldn't say bad, just kind of mediocre. So yeah, I need to know. I mean, it's basically cliche. It's not Tom Petty's greatest work. But it was a bad choice. She's not very good at picking up pace. Got a good voice. She generally did a good lead vocal on. It was basically lead vocal. Tom Petty does a little bit, as he did on the single on "Stop Dragging My Heart Around." She's got a great voice, and they brought her in towards the end of the concert when they were working up against, I guess, to the finale, encores and stuff like that. And she did a good job. She's I noticed that right from the beginning. She sang well together with Lindsey Buckingham, very well. She actually, I think, did better backing vocals, harmonies or whatever, backing up Christine Perfect, Christine McVie, as she was. Then McVie might have done with her. So she did a good job with Tom Petty.
I'm just going to show you the insides of these tomatoes. That looks so perfect, right? And even that looks pretty beautiful.
I just love this. I love the whole tomato season. It's so nice. You get to enjoy all the work you put in, planting the things and whatever, and honestly, you just about forget about it all. It's just so beautiful. So, I don't know. I guess James probably said that he liked Stevie Nicks in that concert. I know I did too. I just didn't like her in that song. That's all.
Yeah, she did a way better job than I thought she would. Now, she apparently was almost stalking Tom Petty for years, and he was putting her off. I think the idea was she was going to join the band or work, not so much
She
join the
wanted
band,
to.
but work with him or something like that. And what I said to Pauline was that Tom Petty wouldn't maybe said to anyone, but he was definitely thinking of himself. He was saying, I think it was on the special, the interview stuff or whatever, that it's not a band made for girls.
Yeah, there's no women in the Heartbreakers.
Yeah, but that really wasn't it. He knew, and knew right up to his death, that he wrote better material than him. Why would he mediocritize?
She would end up wanting to
do 50-50 or something
get
like
some
that.
credit for writing.
Well, she'd want 50-50. That's kind of the deal she had with Lindsey Buckingham.
Yeah, which is ridiculous because she obviously didn't write her stuff.
Well, she got really annoyed with Lindsey Buckingham after she dumped him, and he wouldn't work with her on arrangements. Well, she just, I don't know if she does any, she would hear in this concert, she was banging a tambourine, and she was keeping time, and that's good, but it's hard to write music when you don't have an instrument. Maybe she fiddles around the piano guitar and or whatever.
Oh, she sings well. It's just
She does, but
I don't think her lyrics are really very smart on her own. I don't think she would do that.
she has a problem that a lot of people have. She doesn't know how to construct a song. I'm talking about it's the lyrics are problem there most of the time, but she doesn't know how to construct music. She doesn't know how to build up the climax really, how to cut things short. Her stuff tends to sprawl as well. But and lots of people have those kind of problems when they're in the music biz. And what they should do is maybe listen to a little bit of Tin Pan Alley. I'm not saying write stuff like Tin Pan Alley, but take a few lessons. You know, a person in Tin Pan Alley be using all sorts of cliches. Would generally as a lyricist would tell a story and get get out of the kitchen in 2.5 minutes. And, I really believe in not necessarily a 2-minute song, 2.5 minutes, 3.5 minute song. If you're going to go longer, you'd better have sections to the song, a la the Beatles on A Day in the Life. You'd better have some material in there and not go on. I was going to mention that with this, there are a few songs, particularly towards the end of the concert as constituted here, that drag on a little bit too long. Mystic Eyes, for example. You Wreck Me, I think, was another one. Let me see. It's Good to Be King. I never liked that song that much, and it dragged it on a little bit too long. But all told, this is one of the best concert things I've ever seen for rock. Well, maybe the best.
Yeah.
What Tom Petty did, I think he was a smoker. It didn't seem to go to his face as much as it goes to a lot of people. But and he put on a few pounds. He was trying to wear something flattering vest or something like that. But like he just kept on churning this stuff out. You know, the thing that shocked me was it's something that Pauline would have heard maybe in 1989. Running Down a Dream.
Yeah, it's great.
The guy was churning stuff out. This is like 10, well, I mean, when was American Girl? This would be like 13 years after he first broke in. He's still churning out the stuff. And you listen to the lyrics. You folks that think that classic rock is, it's just a precursor of country. This is what Tom Petty says, and it's so true. It was comic. It was in one of the interviews, I think on here. It was comic. It could have made it even better. So I'm going to make it just a little bit better. He said country. Well, country music. That's fiddles, and I'm going to throw in the steel guitars. And then he says, bad rock. Bad rock. So that's, Garth Brooks is about the best it gets. Shania Twain the second best it gets. But it's bad rock. And I'm talking about, who's that blonde that's so big nowadays?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Bad rock or whatever. That was bad rhythm blues as they call it, or whatever. Bad. So Tom Petty, he does some country and western sounding stuff here, but most of the time when he's starting out a lyric, he's giving you a little twist on something. It's not the usual cliche or whatever. You were going to say something?
I was going to say that box set, that's the best I've ever seen for any band. I can't imagine, well, everybody's kind of a Tom Petty fan, for sure, right?